Welcome back to Let's Play Okami. This is Kung Fu Jesus, and I'm joined by,
The prisoner, yeah.
The prisoner.
I was waiting for you to say it, but I guess I can do it if you want.
Yeah, so we've exited the town of, or the tutorial world, and now there is a statue.
That man has a bucket on his head.
He does. Everything is also very green. We must be in the Matrix.
It's not as boring as the Matrix, though. I mean, if you ever... I mean, you could get bored being around here forever, but you could just look around. It's very nice.
Oh no, he just done said it. I've got a bad feeling about this. Why did he have to go say a thing?
Throw down the gloves.
Okay, so... This is the first village that you really see in the game. There's a bunch of them, but it's like your home base.
Except I forget if you need to come here a lot, like, after the first act. Because generally you just have just about done everything in it, but...
There is a compelling reason, yes. But it's not super duper bad.
Whoa. So,
so if you haven't figured it out, they've all been turned into statues.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm guessing that we need to turn them back in some way that might involve drawing on thing.
Yeah, so we have to use our powers somehow. And the idea is you go around, look at a bunch of statues, and then it says go back up to the top of the village.
That arrow is really helpful. How do you turn it off so that I can actually play some games without being talked down to?
This arrow only happens like 3 or 4 times in the entire game.
It's funny, I thought that was a feature, actually.
No, they really don't point you in most directions. They're just like, the beginning, yeah, you should probably have an arrow.
Yeah.
After that, though, you're on your own. It's not that hard. Come on. I mean, I, the game, think that you, the player, are a moron. But you're not a complete dolt. And as it turns out, we have the power to make the sun happen because we're the... Amaterasu is the sun god.
Yeah, I can... And that's pretty much the only brush power that you start with. I mean, you'll get rejuvenation at like the start, but you pretty much have it to begin with because you're the sun goddess. So.
Yeah, you are the sun goddess, and you've had it to begin with. And for some reason, it doesn't work until Isun says it works. Whatever.
Well, you got to bring a lot of drama into it, otherwise it won't be able to be brought to its full potential.
Oh, clearly not. Oh, here we go. A feature of most of the characters in this game. They're named for something, like an orange, and then that something will be an integral part of their character design.
In this case, just bouncing an orange on the guy's head.
He has an orange on his head, yes. Oh, and there, the white wolf.
Getting mixed messages
mortals
here.
That's how mortals see him.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because I was getting mixed messages there.
Yes, I can understand what you're saying. I am a goddess.
Yeah, for some reason I kind of thought that Mr. Orange would be old enough to have divine inclinations, but
shh. Here comes a Twin Snakes cutscene. Wait for it.
It never gets old whenever I see it every single time. Oh my god.
There aren't too many over-the-top cutscenes, but when there are, oh boy.
Yeah. I'm just saying, when Okami delivers, it delivers.
And it delivers about every frame. Every frame of video is Okami delivering to you an excellent experience.
Well, then I guess in that case you could consider it not so much deliverance as going beyond in the Call of Duty.
I could consider that, yes.
Praise.
Ah, yes. Praise. And now we get to learn about experience points.
So I guess they call it praise not because you're a goddess or anything, but just because it's an excuse to give you a tutorial about experience points, because, hey, they don't call it that. Well, no,
I don't know. I think it's a reasonable way to abstract experience points away.
That's fine, but see, you don't know that it's experience points until the game points it out to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is true. I just sort of took it for granted.
Speaking of experience points, this is what you would use to get a large bulk of the experience points in this game. Feeding tons of animals with their favorite foods.
You feed animals, you restore wildlife and nature, and do side quests. And then people are grateful to the gods.
That's basically...
So here, let's feed some animals then.
Cool, let's do it.
You feel yourself relaxing. You're in a tranquil field. You see two animals peacefully coexisting. A wolf, a predator, and a bird, the prey.
Every single time you feed an animal. You can skip it, so...
awesome. I love it. It is the most relaxing thing in a game. It does stop. Like if you... It sits there and rotates for minutes on end, but it does have an end to it.
And the best
I don't
part
know
is...
if you know that.
Yeah, the best part is the ending is whenever you decide. If you feel like you need to come back to the real world after just sitting back and relaxing for a while, if you feel that you're ready, you can always just press start.
Right, but who wants to end the relaxation? The zen of Okami. Oh, so, okay, this is a little side quest. Basically, he says, there's spirits around, and, oh dear, defeat them quickly, and then you have to defeat them quickly, which is why I'm not going for Demon Fangs. But
yeah,
let's see.
For the most part, he does let you fight these guys over and over again until you reach the target time, and then he'll give you praise.
Yes. Well, he says something different. It triggers another, like, side quest thing. And then gives you praise. I need to do one more attempt.
Yeah, I notice it. A little bit constraining with the times, though.
Yeah, so you can use the, the brush stroke.
Yeah, just do
even when they're not black and white. You can use it any time and it does damage, but sometimes it doesn't do a whole lot of damage unless they are black and white.
Later on there will be some upgrades to some of the brush techniques that can be used in battle, like the power slash, and they will do a little bit more damage, but for the most part your weapon will be doing the most damage overall. Right.
They are... Yeah, so there we go. I think it's... I don't know the time that you have to get... Oh, and throughout the land you will find buried treasure chests. You can sometimes tell in daytime because you'll see a little bit of it sticking out of the ground, but usually you can't, and you have to wait until nightfall, and they glow.
You can also use power slash to open chests. That's how you're supposed to do this normally. If you're tricks, you can bounce off of the rafters and everything and get up there that way, but...
See, now, I've done that before. And done that, but there is another chest that contains a sellable treasure item, and yeah, there it is.
Money is kind of valuable in this game.
Yeah, but you have to actually be up there for it, so...
Oh, hell. Yeah, my memory kind of escapes me how you're supposed to get to the statue, but You can sure get the stray bead, no problem.
Well, the treasure leaps out of the chest in your direction.
If you notice those black trees back there, you can actually do things with them in order to get a little bit of extra praise, but that doesn't come until later.
And we will need to revive all of the trees in a future video, so yeah, we will do that.
Yep.
Oh, so here's a side quest we can do. Dig up all the turnips in the field.
Except you have to do it without having this guy's mom whack you in the head.
It's easy. There is a trick to it.
I'd like you to show me this trick, because usually just...
Oh dear. So we dug up a turnip, and she gets all steamed. What you can do is scribble over her, just like that, and she gets all... Oh, not like that. Come on, mama. There, and she gets all black.
Yeah, sometimes the game gets
confused.
a little bit confused about where objects are when you're drawing. But that's only if you're not drawing particular shapes and just trying to blot out somebody.
Yeah, but blotting her out is the best way to do this side quest.
That's assuming you don't go crazy and run out of ink.
It's... I mean, you don't have to keep her blotted out the whole time, so you just sort of...
Yeah.
Take it easy. If she hits you even once, the game is over. You have to start over from nothing.
Oh, that was a close one. But yeah, basically if you run out of ink in this game, you'll just revert to the Shiranui, and you will not be able to use any of your divine powers until all your ink bottles refill.
It's... yeah, and that's sort of interesting how that works. There's a cute little boyoyoing noise, and then the first 3 or so inks refill simultaneously.
But actually I'd like to do it more than once, because Amaterasu knows Kung Fu.
Okay, so here we go. The final one has a weird shape.
It's basically supposed to be a trophy for getting all of them, I guess.
I suppose. Oh, Mushi, I think, in Japanese means bug. And he is holding a dragonfly on a leash.
That dog has an interesting scarf.
He does. It might even be significant later, but don't quote me on that.
Nah, I had no intention to.
Okay, we just got a couple other little side quests to do here. We have to appease the stubborn Mrs. Orange.
I do like how the game gives you little hints like you can talk to them over again, and that's usually needed in order to get things. Basically, this side quest is just, you know, trying out your new brush powers, doing this and that.
Well, we didn't get any praise, so we have to talk to her again. You get a little green arrow over their head if, you know, they have more to say.
Yeah. It's actually pretty helpful.
My stupid circle. It's not a circle at all.
Okami is actually very forgiving about the shapes you draw, except in very specific situations.
It has to do with where you start the brush and then the shape that you make.
Yeah.
It's very situational on where you start the brush, so you have to be careful about that.
It's weird, though, because I haven't played the Wii version of it. And
I haven't either. I honestly can't... people have been having trouble with the jitteriness. And the combo system is apparently odd, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, you'd think that it would work even better being on the Wii.
I wouldn't.
Yeah. But yeah, it does work really well on the PS2, despite being that sort of thing.
It'd be nice if they had a Wacom, like a tablet attachment for the Wii.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
yeah, I get you, but then that would mean that we wouldn't use the Wii remote, and you have to use the Wii remote in every single Wii game you make.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
My bad.
You can't have any innovation unless it's their innovation, so...
Oh, I'm trying to do a thing where you go up to Kushi and she pets your head.
Oh.
Because you're a good little doggy.
I don't think I've ever done that. Does she give you praise if you do?
No, it's just a cute little Easter egg thing.
To be honest, the game does give you more than enough praise to max out all of your stats, but you really don't need to max out everything except one or two little things.
Yeah, there's enough praise. You do have to feed a lot of animals, though, if you want all of it.
Well, there are other things you can do besides just feeding animals for praise, and I don't just mean side quests. You'll see.
So now we are inside the great Susano's house, named obviously for Susano O. Read about that in the thread, I'm sure.
I haven't really
all I know is that he's a swordman or something from Japanese mythology.
I'm sure everybody in the thread is more than happy to tell you all about it.
Yeah.
But this game is cool,
people who are
so...
better at mythology than me. More schooled on the Shinto beliefs. So there he is, being a lazy layabout.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he wants to pretty much do anything.
Yeah, well, we can find something that needs doing, and then maybe we'll be motivated to wake him up a little more.
Yeah.
Oh dear, look at this guy. He's got scribbles coming out of his head. Must be in trouble. Oh, I hope it's not demonic possession. That would be horrible. A new enemy. This is an imp that plays the stringed instrument of some kind. Smacks his hiney at you. How rude.
They all seem to wear masks a lot. I guess they just feel kind of shy in public.
Oh, these are yokai, and that's how they're depicted traditionally.
Now this guy you absolutely need to power slash because he defends with his guitar and you can't really do anything about it unless you get rid of it.
Right. This is the Red Imp. He appears when the moon shines brilliantly in the night sky. He plays his lute and dances as if possessed. He is an indiscriminate alcohol lover, and his skin is constantly flushed a bright red. He is higher ranking than the Green Imp, but cutting his lute strings is enough to make him disappear. The Green Imp is obviously the very basic enemy with the blow dart.
Okami has a really, really good enemy compendium sort of thing. There's like a gigantic scroll that shifts to from right to left, and
yeah,
if you don't,
fantastic.
Yeah, if you don't show it to everybody in the thread at least once, then I'll be sad.
I have the Okami art book, and I love this thing very much. And it has little back history, little story snippets on all of the enemies. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to level up is obviously ink, because health, not really a concern right now, not really ever, but ink is always in short demand, short supply, high demand.
And since money is also valuable, you want to upgrade money at least twice. Because at that point you get like, you can hold up to the millions and that's pretty much all you'll need.
Yes, it doesn't really become necessary until at least after the first dungeon. But yes, you will want to upgrade money twice or 3 times.
There isn't really stupid amounts of grinding per se, except for like maybe like one thing, I think. If you work hard, you will usually have enough money, just enough for most of the other things in the game.
Okay, so we need a master swordsman to burst open that giant rock, although his sword being made of wood doesn't exactly inspire confidence. He is the great warrior, Susano.
Yep. So, how do you make your sword bloom anyway? Because I notice he's got a little leaf going, but I'd imagine that thing would have been long since dead.
Well, Okami takes place in the magical land of Nippon, where
Yep.
magic is everywhere.
I like to think that Amaterasu just walked in and it started blooming immediately.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Maybe it only blooms when Amaterasu is around. So this is cute.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to show off he's on our back, but no matter what we do, it is impossible to shake him off. He can jump.
But he will buck.
Look at him. Whoa.
There's quite a few times when you are going to be carrying around people in the game, and it's always funny as hell.
Check this. Wall jumping, he is not phased. He does not leave your back.
His ass is literally glued to your fur.
Tohen Boku.
What does that even mean?
I think Boku is wood. I don't know.
Alright, since Emmy can't talk, I guess this is the constant theme of this game, having other guys take credit for your work.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just a god.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't really want credit anyway.
Well, I mean, you do have Isun with you. I mean, he can talk to people.
Right, but no one really takes him too seriously. Oh dear. Well, he's gone to train, but as we all know,
He's a sleepy asshole, and he will not.
he is lazy. He's out of sake, and for some reason he trains better when he's drunk.
I don't know, maybe when he's drunk he just gets the inspiration to do things instead of just sleeping all day.
That's entirely possible.
That has happened to some people, so I will give credence to that theory. So I'm guessing we need to go find Kushi and,
Oh, there she goes.
there we go. Kushi is the sake lady of the village, so we're hoping that she might be able to hook us up with something for Susano.
And she is the best sake brewer in the entire land of Nippon. And yes, we have to acquire some of it for the sleepyhead over there. But her wheel is broken, so let's go fix that. Should be easy enough. Just sort of scribble.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Thing is, the game will let you know if you're drawing in the right spot because smoke will start coming out of your brush trails.
Yes, if you can regenerate something, it does that extra poofy brushstroke stuff. If you aren't on the right spot, it doesn't even show up. It's just blank. Or, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it does that with a few other brush techniques, but that's a little bit later.
Anyway, that's sweet.
Yeah.
She can brew sake again, and I don't know, I don't think dogs really should be drinking sake.
Hey man, she made it for us, so we might as well indulge. It's only polite.
I guess. And she felt that leaving the food on the ground was a good idea, so
Well,
we ate it.
yeah. And the game told us that we ate it. I forget if the game just restarts all the text things for "Hey, you ate this" every time you
I
restart
am not
the game.
sure.
Yeah.
And it really seems unimportant to me, but it, based on what I know, it seems likely.
Yeah, because that would be a little bit annoying after a while.
Here is a rupee. It is worth 5 rupees.
There is a ton of Zelda references. See if you can find them all.
Yes, well, in the legendary legend of your ancestor, he wasn't the one drinking the sake. Orochi was, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so here we get to one of the many sequences in the game where you have to help mortals do things. And in this case, we're slashing through stuff, dummies, and then this rock, which we would not be able to slash through ourselves, but with Susano's help.
I'm thinking more of the help of plot events, since Susano's just kind of useless as of right now.
And we certainly could not break this boulder apart by ourselves.
But yet again, with the power of plot events, we can do that.
Well, it's the power of a mortal plus the power of a god. And together, they're able to do amazing things. That's really what this game is all about.
Now, speaking of the sequences where you have to do things in a certain order with certain mortals, you're going to be doing this with Susano a lot, so...
Yeah, there's a number of sequences with him.
And they actually require a little bit of timing, otherwise it'll go back to outside of bullet time and he'll slip up and fuck up and try to do it again.
Yeah, I forgot to say that. If you take too long, it's bad.
Yeah. Sometimes the sequences are a little bit unforgiving in the timing, but for the most part, they usually give you enough time to do it.
There's one sequence that we'll be doing in a while that's a reason that I know one person at least hasn't continued the game. But now that we've broken open the stick or the stone, we can leave the village. We can also buy things from the merchant. Oh, look at that is a butt. But notice how the butt is tastefully shaped like a peach. Or, sorry, it's a blossom.
That's the level of detail that Okami gives to you, the viewer. Okami
it's
was
beautiful art. I mean,
yeah,
that's all there is to it, really.
Okami was lovingly crafted in front of a live studio audience.
My word. So there are multiple nicknames for Isun, and in English, he gets called like a bug a couple times. But in Japanese, there are a number of really funny nicknames for him. Like, where is it? For instance, a suspicious-looking mobile piece of candy.
Well, he does shine like candy.
I've never tasted candy that shines, although I've never been to glorious magical land Nippon, and I don't know if candy shines there.
Sometimes whenever I go to sleep, I just put my face against my pillow and cry because I was never born in Japan.
I have done the same thing.
So basically what Sakia is telling us is that we're going to be needing to fix all of her trees all over the glorious land of Nippon in order to fix the actual land, because they have powers. A point that she will go on in eloquating for f***ing ever. That's not what Japan looks like.
That is a butt. Oh, and she fades away into dead leaves. That's not nice. Amaterasu, like the audience, doesn't have the patience for the long-winded talks that many NPCs try to give us.
Aren't there
you
some?
Notice that?
Yeah. Though I can't help but remember if you can skip these. I mean, you said
you cannot skip them unless you have already seen them.
Oh, okay, that's why New Game is so cool.
Yep. Oh, look at Isun thinking he can use brush techniques. That's real cute.
Well, he kind of did it the first time, but then he just kind of fucked
He
up.
can do one. He can do exactly one. Anyway, that's about all the time we have.
Alright, see you guys next time.